It's Meal Prep Saturday, and today I'm going to share with you how to store your plantains at every stage of ripeness. To keep your plantain from ripening fast, I like to put mine in a plastic bag because this traps the moisture and prevents it from ripening. Or you can leave it out in an open, like in the nets bag, or a paper bag, and it'll ripen very fast. These two were purchased and stored at the same time, but as you can see, a week later, this one is ready for kaklo, but the other is still green. Here, I've been keeping this for up to 14 days, and it just got ripened. So here is the first method. The second, you can immerse it in cold water. This will also keep it from ripening fast, or you can keep it in your refrigerator. To keep it green, however, you must weigh it down. I didn't because I want some to ripen, so whatever is not in the water begins to ripen. Next, I'm going to peel this and keep it in the freezer. This is another way you can keep your plantain green for a longer time, at least 6 months. It can go up to a year, but it'll begin to get freezer burn if you do not use a vacuum seal bag. So what I'm doing here is prepping it according to how I'm going to be using it. If I'm going to be using it for fufu, I cut it into pieces like this. If I want to use it for ampesi, I cut it this way, okay? I'll then cover it and put it in my freezer overnight, and then I'll transfer it into a Ziploc bag. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I kept it in there for about a week because things happen. Okay, and at this point I separated it. I'm going to make my fufu right now, which I have a full video of using fresh plantain. In this recipe, however, I used the water from cooking the plantain, and you will see that the fufu darkened a little bit, and that's what I explained in that original fufu video. I'm going to leave the link for you to check it out in case you missed it. Okay, this makes perfect fufu and it tastes just like home. Today's special twos goes to Kwame Dre and Thick Girl Ya Dufie. I'm happy you enjoyed the recipes. To receive a special two, let me know where you're watching from, or leave me a beautiful comment and I'll give you a special two in our next recipe. We enjoyed this delicious fufu with our leftover peanut butter or ground nut soup. Again, I have a full video of how to make this fufu, so do well to check it out. How is your Saturday going? How was your week? I've had a very rough week, but I woke up, so I'm grateful, I'm thankful that I'm still here, and I hope everybody is safe and well wherever they are. Moving on to the next way of preserving. We're done with the green way now. Here I'm prepping my kiliwilly mix. Okay, so I go ahead and cut up some onion, ginger, and we're going to add in our kiliwilly mix, some more hot pepper depending on how hot you want this, salt to taste, and we're going to go ahead and grind this to perfection. Once done, we'll set this aside, and here we have our perfectly ripened plantain, which you should be frying at this stage. But if you cannot finish it all, go ahead and wash it clean, peel, and then we're going to cut it into the kiliwilly shape, or you can fry it regularly like that as well. Once it is done, we're going to add in our grinded kiliwilly mix. If you have the hard areas, do not throw it away. Just cut around it and then get rid of the part that is hard. I mean, we don't want to waste anything here. Once that is done, I'll add in my kiliwilly mix and then I'll toss it around, set it aside to kind of marinate. If you do that, the kiliwilly seasoning sits or sticks on it better. Then we move on to the plantain that is over ripened. Yes, we can get rid of that. So we would use that to make kaklo. As you can see, some are more ripened than others. I lost some of the clips, so I had to redo it. That's the worst part about telling a food story. If you miss something, you gotta film it over. So if you see a mix of my beautiful pink polish and no nail polish, it's because I lost the clip and I had to do it over. So once I mash everything, I add the kiliwilly mix. I add a little more pepper if I need. Whatever you need more of, you add salt, you taste, add more if needed, and at this point I add in some flour, and again I like to add a little bit of baking powder. Totally optional. Please do not add it because kaklo doesn't need it, but I find that it helps it not absorb a lot of oil, so I like it that way. We'll then go ahead and transfer it into our ice cube trays. But if you don't have one of these, I have something up my sleeve for you. So keep watching. Watch to the end to enjoy all the tips, okay? I'll then cover it and into the freezer it goes. The rest will transfer into bowls like this, which is another way of storing it. But the next day I brought one out, left it for about 30 minutes to where it is scoopable, and then we can scoop it portion sizes and freeze it. So yeah, if you don't have ice cube trays, this is what you can do. If you don't have an ice cream scoop, use a regular spoon or anything that would help you get these shapes or close. Back to our kiliwilly, it is ready. So I tossed it a few times and then I transferred it onto a parchment paper lined tray. Spread it out beautifully so they're not sticking to each other. You want it to freeze on its own. We call this flash freezing, okay? Once done, I'm going to cover it with a plastic wrap and into the freezer it goes until it is ready to be stored. If you want it to be just regular fried plantain without the spices on it, go ahead and cut it and repeat the same process as we did with the kiliwilly, okay?
Continental food, madam. Food, madam. International food captain. We'll show you how to make pizza, jollof, pangu and okra soup, sushi and pastries. All this and more sweet agenda.
Our plantains are ready. We're going to get it out of the trays into Ziploc bags and use it when we need it. Now, if I leave these out, they will ripen to where when you fry it, it soaks up so much oil, it's just unhealthy. But when you do it this way, it stops the ripening process and you can enjoy it at anytime. So see, you don't just have to find ways to preserve your green plantain. You can preserve the plantains at all stages of ripeness by prepping it into things you love. In this house, they love their fried plantains. So when I make it this way, whenever we don't have some out, they know when they check into the freezer, they have some. Look at this kiliwilly. Oh my gosh. Now, while doing this voiceover, I know I'm having kiliwilly today. On this day, I made this deliciousness for Daddy to enjoy. Oh my gosh, this fish was absolutely delicious. I'll find the recipe and add the link for you all to check out as well. Look at our frozen kaklo. Do you think it'll work? Oh my gosh, it works wonders. It is just so beautiful. I transfer it into a Ziploc bag and I'm going to share with you what it looks like if you bring it out like this and let it sit to thaw before frying. instead of doing these. You see the ones we scoop, they look amazing as well. So this is the difference. You see the top kind of darkens. You could still use it, but I prefer these. But hey, whichever way works for you works for me. Now let's fry. When you fry this after thawing, it is okay, but I feel it still kind of soaks up a little more of the oil. So I try to squeeze it out. And there you have it. It is still delicious. It is still sweet eating things. But let's fry it this way and let me know which one is your favorite, okay? And there it is. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I love it. I always have kaklo in my freezer. Just go ahead and grab one because I know I can eat it. And I enjoyed it on this day with some yoke gari. Okay. Finally, the one we kept for ampesi. I know you're wondering how you're going to cook that. You first want to make hot water and you put it directly out of the freezer into it. Don't let it thaw because if it does, then it'll get a little soft. And then follow the same process we use to make ampesi. Okay, and there you have it. Now all that is left is for us to serve and enjoy. If you enjoyed today's tips, please let me know in the comment section. And while there, do not forget to like and share. Until I bring you more tips, I love you all. Bye. You may think it's just a card, but for our clients, a sense of relief, bigger and better work opportunities, accomplishing new dreams, security for families, and many more.